dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 89 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Goff now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 44 yards. A shotgun snap for Goff. Steps away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 in a first down. Throwing, Cousins forced out to his left. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd and short. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Face with open mouth and cold sweat. Emoji
So
face
with
with
1
open
second
mouth and
left
cold
in the half,
sweat.
on is
Emoji
the
face
field
with
goal
open
unit.
mouth and cold sweat. Emoji face with open mouth and
And it's
cold
a fake.
sweat.
He's gonna
Emoji
throw it.
face with open mouth and
Pass
cold sweat.
incomplete, but the
Emoji
flag in the
face with open
backfield,
mouth
and
and
this
cold
might be a
sweat.
roughing call.
Emoji face with
Forcing
open
the
mouth and
incomplete
cold
pass
sweat.
on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. It's Cousins on the sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Barely got the extra point. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Under pressure again.